Your brain is the most powerful tool you own, but are you making it stronger? Every day is a chance to sharpen your edge, build new connections, and unlock your potential. Don't just live, evolve. My name is Professor Alex Horniak, and this is ACEMED Minutes. Train your brain. Today we're talking about a topic that affects many people but is often misunderstood: living with someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. It can be a confusing, isolating, and emotionally draining experience. My goal today is to shed some light on this complex issue, offer some clarity, and provide you with practical strategies to navigate these challenging relationships while prioritizing your own well-being. So, what exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? It's more than just being self-absorbed or having a big ego. NPD is a medically recognized personality disorder. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM-5, defines it as a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. It's important to understand that NPD exists on a spectrum. Not everyone who displays some narcissistic traits has the full-blown disorder, but for those who do, these patterns of behavior are deeply ingrained, affecting every aspect of their lives and the lives of those around them. Let's look at some of the common traits associated with NPD. A person with NPD often has an inflated sense of self-importance. They might exaggerate their achievements, expect to be seen as superior without any real basis, and live in a fantasy world of unlimited success, power, or brilliance. Another key trait is a deep-seated need for excessive admiration. Their self-esteem is actually quite fragile, like a balloon that needs constant air from others to stay afloat. Without that steady stream of praise and attention, they can become angry or despondent. Perhaps the most challenging trait for loved ones is a profound lack of empathy. They may be unable or unwilling to recognize the feelings and needs of others. This isn't always malicious, it's often a genuine inability to see things from another person's perspective. They may also be envious of others or believe that others are envious of them, and they often display arrogant or haughty behaviors. When you're in a relationship with someone with NPD, whether it's a partner, a parent, a sibling, or a friend, the impact can be significant. Initially, things might have seemed perfect. People with NPD can be incredibly charming and charismatic. This phase is often called love bombing, where they shower you with attention and affection, making you feel like the most special person in the world. But over time, that dynamic often shifts. The constant need for admiration can turn the relationship into a one-way street. You might find yourself walking on eggshells, carefully managing your words and actions to avoid triggering their anger or disapproval. Your own needs and feelings may get pushed to the side. Another common dynamic is gaslighting. This is a form of manipulation where the person with NPD makes you question your own sanity or perception of reality. They might deny saying things you clearly remember them saying, or they might twist events to make you feel like you are the one who is overreacting or being irrational. Over time, this can severely erode your confidence and sense of self. It's also important to talk about something called FOG, which stands for fear, obligation, and guilt. This term describes the emotional manipulation tactics that people with NPD often use to control those around them. You may find yourself making decisions based on the fear of upsetting them, a sense of obligation to keep them happy no matter your own needs, or guilt that you're being selfish for asserting boundaries or seeking your own happiness. These powerful emotions can cloud your judgment and make it incredibly difficult to stand up for yourself or recognize unhealthy patterns. Living in the fog keeps you stuck in the cycle of the relationship, unsure how to move forward, and constantly second-guessing your own feelings and choices. You might feel isolated, as the person with NPD may subtly or overtly try to distance you from your friends and family. This makes you more dependent on them and gives them more control. Ultimately, living with someone with NPD can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted, anxious, and deeply lonely, even when you're not alone. So, what can you do? It's crucial to remember that you cannot fix another person's personality disorder, but you can change how you interact with them and, most importantly, how you protect your own mental health. First, and this is the most critical step, set firm boundaries. People with NPD often test or ignore boundaries, so you must be clear and consistent. This means deciding what you will and will not tolerate. For example, you might say, "I will not continue this conversation if you are yelling at me," and then follow through by calmly walking away if the behavior continues. Boundaries are not about controlling them, they are about protecting you. Second, try to manage your expectations. The person with NPD is unlikely to suddenly develop empathy or see your point of view. Accepting this can save you a lot of heartache. It's about shifting your focus from trying to change them to managing the situation as it is. Third, work on building a strong support system outside of that relationship. Reconnect with friends, join a support group, or spend time with family members who validate your feelings. This network is your lifeline. It reminds you that your perspective is valid and that you are not alone. Fourth, practice emotional detachment. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling. It means learning not to absorb their negativity or get drawn into pointless arguments. Think of it as creating an emotional shield. You can still be present, but you don't let their moods or criticisms define your own emotional state. One technique is to view their behavior as a symptom of the disorder rather than a personal attack on you. Navigating a relationship with someone who has NPD is incredibly difficult, and you don't have to do it by yourself. Seeking professional help is a sign of strength. A therapist or counselor can provide you with a safe space to process your feelings and experiences. They can help you develop stronger coping mechanisms, rebuild your self-esteem, and practice setting those all-important boundaries. Therapy can equip you with the tools you need to make informed decisions about the future of the relationship, whether that means finding a way to stay in it healthily or deciding that you need to leave. What about the person with NPD? Getting them to seek help is very challenging. By definition, they often don't see a problem with their own behavior. If they do agree to therapy, it's often to appease a partner or because they are experiencing a personal crisis. For therapy to be effective, the person must be willing to engage in long-term, intensive work, which is unfortunately rare. Your priority must be your own well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup. Living with someone who has narcissistic personality disorder is a complex and painful journey. Remember to be kind to yourself. Your feelings are valid. The confusion, the hurt, the exhaustion, it's all real. By learning about the disorder, setting firm boundaries, and building a strong support network, you can start to reclaim your sense of self and protect your peace. You have the right to a life where you feel respected, heard, and emotionally safe. Thank you for joining me today. If this video was helpful, please consider liking and subscribing for more content. Be safe and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching, and never stop questioning what you know. Thank you for choosing ACEMED to train your brain.